All right. So first, what are we going to cover today? We're going to go over some introductions so that you're going to get a better idea of who you're hearing from today. We're going to go ahead and walk through all the things that you need to know about the Intuit Academy, giving you an intro to what it is, what courses are offered, and what your journey will look like once you enroll. You're going to hear from the driver of our Talent Development and Pathways program, who helps grow our expert network at Intuit by educating experts through the Intuit Academy. So she's going to discuss her work with the Intuit Academy, her experience taking courses, and her personal advice for you all on this call today. And then finally, we're going to make sure that you know your career path possibilities, depending on where you are in your career, of course, once you do enroll and pass your Intuit Academy exam. And then we'll end with any Q&A that we have time for. So let's go ahead and get things started with some intros. So I'd like to welcome our panelists onto our virtual stage here today to introduce themselves. So first, I'd like to welcome Artie Martinez. Artie, could you please give me, a quick intro to yourself, including your role, how long you've been with us, and where you're joining in from today?
Sure. Hey everyone, my name is Artie Martinez. I am a senior program manager on the Intuit Academy team. I come from about 18 plus years in higher education. I've always had a passion for working with adult learners and career pathways and helping people find their specific path to work. So the Intuit Academy project is very near and dear to me. I have been with Intuit for probably about 3 years at this point, and I work out of the San Diego campus, and I'm very excited to be here. Thanks, Jessica.
Awesome. And then Livia, do you want to go ahead and give us a quick intro, your role with the Intuit Academy and how long you've been here?
Yes. So hi, everyone. My name is Livia. I have been with Intuit since 2014. In 2018, I became a manager of our customer-facing team. I'm out of Miami, Florida. I work remote. I don't get to be in the office with all these beautiful people here. I actually, in 2023, I was designated as the driver for our Talent Development Pathways program. As the driver of this program, we aim to grow the expert network by educating through Intuit Academy. And this provides, career opportunities. Utilizing Intuit Academy as a primary source of education, this is how we developed our tax specialist. This season, we launched a pathway that was designated for our tax specialist. These were individuals with no tax experience at all. You heard that, no tax experience at all. Okay. They enrolled in Intuit Academy. They took a tax level 1 tax preparation. They earned their badges, and this gave them an opportunity to interview for our tax specialist role, which is a new role here at Intuit. Once they reached our teams, we managers focused on our leadership to ensure that these tax specialists gained additional knowledge and the skills so that they could become successful in their roles. So that's what my team did, what we did in our Talent Development Pathways program this season.
Awesome. Very excited to talk with you a bit more later about, more in depth on your role with helping learners, continue their career path here. And last, Rebecca, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you. I'm a senior recruiter on the TurboTax Live team. I've been working with Intuit since 2016. I'm close to the Mountain View location in California, and I oversee the hiring for all specialty roles and then work closely with our learning platforms like Intuit Academy and our early career development program.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And then, like I said, my name is Jessica. I'm going to be your host for today. I work with Artie and team with Intuit Academy. I'm on the talent marketing team here at Intuit, and I've been here about 2 years now. So with that, now that you know a little bit, who you're going to hear from today, before we do jump into the Intuit Academy, I'd like to pass things over to Artie for just a quick intro to our company at Intuit and how the Intuit Academy fits into all that. So over to you, Artie.
Thank you. All right, so who are we? Just for some context, Intuit's journey started over 35 years ago when our founder, Scott Cook, sat at his kitchen table and watched his wife as she struggled to balance her checkbook, and he thought there must be a better way to do this accounting. Intuit is the culmination of that small idea, the concept of making everyday finance easier, which has evolved Intuit into a global technology giant in the financial services industry. And today, Intuit continues to grow, embracing new technologies and finding new ways to serve and educate our customers, those small businesses and the self-employed. Many of you know Intuit by our four main products: TurboTax, QuickBooks, Credit Karma, and MailChimp. And we are still driven every day by the same core vision that founded this company, that there must be a better way. Now, what is our North Star in terms of guiding our product and teams? Intuit's mission is powering prosperity around the world. It is our core belief that everyone deserves the opportunity to prosper. We live this mission out daily through our actions on the job here at Intuit to ensure Intuit is dedicated to providing the tools, skills, and insights that empower people around the world to take control of their finances, have more money in their pockets, and be more prosperous in everything they do. And Intuit is uniquely positioned to help spark economic prosperity by creating jobs and supporting small businesses and entrepreneurs. But one of the most important resources that we have to further our mission is not just the software that we've built, but it's our people, like our tax experts and bookkeepers today. And that's where the Intuit Academy comes into play. By creating a digital campus for people like you all on this call today who are interested in a future tax or bookkeeping career, we can ensure that the right financial knowledge is accessible to everyone who wants to learn and grow in the job market today. All right, so the Intuit Academy is a great opportunity for tax or bookkeeping professionals like yourselves, either early in your career journey or for those of you that are looking to advance in your career journey, to hone your skills and keep competitive in today's job market. Here's a quick introduction video to the concept of the Academy and what it entails.
Intuit Academy offers training to help learners like you develop the skills you need to grow in the tax and bookkeeping space. Whether you are just starting out or want to switch careers, Intuit Academy programs let you personalize your learning pathway based on your career goals and interests. The Tax Level 1 program is a great place to start if you are interested in a new career in tax or refreshing your tax skills. Intuit Academy's cutting-edge online training and transformative learning experiences promote creativity, critical thinking, complex problem solving, and other skills that are valued in today's workforce. All types of learners can complete exams and earn the badges they need to make themselves stand out for tax and bookkeeping job opportunities at Intuit. The Intuit Academy is committed to helping learners like you develop the skills they need to be prepared for jobs in the innovation economy.
Sorry, had to unmute myself. All right, so now what courses, or actually, let's talk a little bit just about that video. So the Intuit Academy is your one-stop shop for all things related to learning and growing your career with Intuit. It is designed with a community-first approach where we offer free tax and bookkeeping courses and exams. The platform is highly interactive, so you can navigate how you want to learn and at what pace. And it is our way of making our capabilities and knowledge in this area accessible to a community of like-minded professionals who want to develop their career in this industry. Please note that you must reside in the United States to enroll for Intuit Academy. So now, what courses are available to you? All right, so let's talk about tax. So if you're interested in our tax pathway, we offer 5 tax programs: Tax Level 1 and Level 2, and then 2 specialty courses, and then our newly launched tax preparation program. Intuit Academy Tax Level 1 is the first tax course that we offer and the prerequisite for Tax Level 2 and our newly launched tax prep program. Tax Level 1 covers the fundamental knowledge and skills needed to prepare most individual federal tax returns. You can take this course whether you're new to tax preparation or just need a refresher. The course is valued at about $149 in the market, but on Intuit Academy, you can take it for free. So there are a total of 17 modules that make up this course and should take approximately 30 hours to finish. Once you finish the course, you'll be able to identify and understand all boxes on a W-2 form and a 1099, correctly input data from taxpayer documents into the appropriate forms, analyze the taxpayer's situation to determine the most common deductions and credits, and determine if taxes are owed or a refund is due. You can skip ahead to the 2-hour exam if you already have the experience, but you will only get 2 attempts to take the exam with a 6-month waiting period to retry if you don't pass. So once you've earned your tax level 1 badge, you'll be able to enroll for our tax prep program. One thing to keep in mind with the tax prep program is this program is really geared to folks that have less than 2 years of experience. So if you are someone that's interested in joining our network, but you have less than 2 years of experience, then you would want to enroll in this program. And in this program, you'll learn how to practice preparing 13 basic federal returns using scenarios and federal tax forms. And this is a great way to get experience with tax returns. Also, again, like I mentioned, if you're interested in a role with TurboTax Live and have less than 2 years of experience, this is the perfect program for you. Once you complete this program, it will allow you to apply for our tax specialist role. And this role does have a limited amount of openings, so if you are interested, absolutely start the process today. All right, so now if you're interested in our bookkeeping pathway, we also offer a bookkeeping course and exam. This course was previously held on Coursera for a fee, but we now offer both the bookkeeping courses and the exam at no cost on Intuit Academy. This course will give you an overview of accounting principles and an introduction to QuickBooks Online with hands-on practice in real-world accounting scenarios. You don't need a degree or any prior experience to enroll for our bookkeeping program. There are a total of 16 modules that make up this course, and it should take approximately 40 hours to finish. Once you finish the course, you'll be able to manage the accounting cycle and work with key financial statements, track assets and produce statements for complex business situations, understand different types of liabilities, and learn to account for change in equity, interpret and analyze statements to inform business decisions. And again, if you think you have enough experience, you can always jump ahead to the 50-minute exam. And a reminder that you get 2 attempts to take the exam and a 6-month waiting period to retry. So if you're interested in this bookkeeping pathway, scan the QR code and take advantage of this free training available to you. So apart from being free, what are the key incentives that the Intuit Academy offers, and why should someone like you sign up for this? First of all, you do not need prior experience to take these courses. And as you know, in today's job market, not having enough experience can be a tough hurdle to cross. If you have no experience, the Intuit Academy can serve as a great starting point for you to get comfortable with the tax or bookkeeping industry so that you can learn it at your own pace and take the exams on a schedule that works for you. And if you already have prior tax or bookkeeping experience, the Intuit Academy can serve as a great refresher course for you to brush up on your skills and gain a badge which can be used to showcase your knowledge to future employers. Either way, the Intuit Academy will help you get your foot in the door with some jobs that look for basic knowledge levels as a minimum, like here at Intuit. The Academy will not only help you further your skill set, but will help you stand out from the crowd when applying for a tax or bookkeeping job with us here at Intuit. So what happens when you enroll today? Here's the pathway you'll follow. Once you enroll for Intuit Academy, the next steps would be to start your interactive tax level 1 or bookkeeping course. Once you are through all the modules from either pathway and are ready to take the exam, you can either take the test, you can definitely take the test at your own time. Again, if you already have some basic knowledge and you are competent enough, then you can also skip straight to the exam without going through the courses. Once you take the exam and you pass it, you will earn an Intuit Academy badge, which, like most of the common badges today, can be shared across many channels like your LinkedIn account, your resume, or any other professional networks to highlight and differentiate your financial knowledge and skills from others. Additionally, with this badge, you'll also stand out for roles at Intuit during hiring season. So you can be considered for jobs right here at Intuit and become a part of our growing tax and bookkeeping network in the future.
So thank you so much for being here and joining us today. And I'd like to start just again with you giving us a quick refresher on who you are and what your involvement is with the Intuit Academy.
So my involvement is, again, I'm the driver for our tax development and pathways for our team here at Intuit. With this season, I was selected to drive the program, so it was all new to me, and I fell in love with it instantly. The minute I went and took the course myself, I was like, this is where I want to be for this season. So that's basically me for right now. But it was great.
Awesome. Yeah, so as an advocate and program driver for the Intuit Academy, how have you seen the Intuit Academy help your team of learners grow and develop into new career opportunities? Could you, elaborate on that a bit?
Yeah, it was amazing. This was by far, out of all the years I've been a manager here, this is by far the best experience I've had. And as they were showing gratitude all season, I was just saying this was awesome. It was challenging. I actually learned so much myself. Intuit Academy provided a knowledge base for those individuals seeking employment as tax specialists. And 100% of my tax specialists, they all manage. I mean, they all, as their manager, they all felt like they were ready, they were prepared, they were excited. They were confident when they got on the call with a customer ready to work on a return, which to me as a manager, I don't worry about anything. The first thing I look at is like, are they confident enough to go, for me to push them and go, swimming on their own and, being able to go work. Every one of them felt confident. So when they started, they learned tax level 1, which is they come in to do basic tax returns. Well, we found out that within 2 to 3 weeks, our team was so well prepared that they were actually doing deluxe returns. We had a whole process that we had going, but within itself, the learning path was beyond our expectation. These individuals were committed. They were determined. They were eager. They were passionate. I can give you a long list, things to describe them. Most of all, they were humble for this opportunity. Like they were just like, thank you so much for Intuit. This was like life-changing for me. I changed careers, maybe I was a stay-at-home mom and now I have a career. So Intuit Academy prepared them for these roles, and at end of season, they all like exceeded beyond our expectation. We ended up with some of the tax specialists that exceed, like we get end of year performance reviews. We had 5 just on my team that exceeded expectations against 2-year experienced experts. That to us was amazing. That was beyond our goal. So, and all this started again, thanks to the foundation that they had with Intuit Academy. I mean, that was their success. Their success started with Intuit Academy. That it was, like I said, I can sit here and talk about this for an hour.
Wow, yeah, that's awesome. So it sounds like a lot of these folks came with no experience, and the program itself, if you're interested, it really can elevate you to being fully prepared for a career with tax.
Yeah, like us managers, I mean, we used our skills, our leadership skills to guide them and give them extra knowledge, and make them successful once they come in. So that everyone knows, just because you pass the exam, then you get your badges, you come through the funnel, you still have that same support here with the managers. We support you all the way through. So it was amazing. It was amazing, an amazing experience for them. When we look at performance with 480 managers, the top 15 managers were the 9 managers that had tax specialists. I mean, that said something about the program itself, because they came with that foundation already, what they learned at Intuit Academy. And for the most part, this first group had no tax experience, which it's even more surprising. And I think that's why they were more committed, because of so much time they dedicated in the learning process and the education and taking it seriously and committing their time, that when they came in, they did incredible. So definitely, I'm a huge advocate of Intuit Academy.
Awesome. Yeah, and I know that you yourself have gone through the Intuit Academy, some courses. Could you give a few highlights and takeaways from your own experience, right, going through the program?
Yeah, I can actually do that. Actually, I know Artie also is a part of this, but just for transparency, I have my EA, and the only reason that I took the course was initially I enrolled so that I can get a better understanding, get an understanding of the experience of my tax specialist. However, I was completely wowed by the contents of the course. It was so engaging that it was, I kept reading, and I was like, even though I know this stuff, it was updated information. It was a great refresher. They had videos and quizzes and so many things to keep me engaged through the whole process. And again, despite considering me a mediocre tax knowledge, in tax knowledge, the course offered, like I said, updated information, comprehensive refresher. My takeaway is that I felt more prepared for my role as a manager of tax specialist. Like I got updated information and I knew what they have gone through. I went through their experience so that I can be a better manager. That's my takeaway. The takeaway from my tax experts, my tax specialists, I'm sorry, I have a team of both, but my tax specialists, they felt confident in their role, which was the first thing. You feel confident enough after taking this course to come work here and pick up a phone call and, do somebody's return. And they all felt completely confident after that foundation they got, that, what they learned through our education program. Now, highlights. I'll tell you about my highlights. I have a lot. I'm only going to say like a couple. For the average person, I actually have paid for courses, tax courses outside before Intuit Academy, correct? I've paid a lot of money for courses. Not only is learning taxes complicated, but some of the content itself was like complicated. Like I had to look up words all the time. My biggest highlight is that this is all in layman's terms. Anyone can read it and understand it. And that is my biggest highlight of this program, is that for the first time, I was reading and understanding everything that I was reading and retaining it, not having to read it 3 times to say, okay, now I think I got this first part. So it was, the way it's written to me was incredible. For, like I said, for the average person, because I was getting discouraged in other places because of the complexity of even the learning process, right? But the fact that it was in layman's terms, that I understood everything, the videos and everything that comes with it, the demonstrations, that's one of my highlights. The next one for me was, there's a section towards the end that's called additional topics, information, and I think resources. So when you're complete, you finish the whole course, one module, let's say, right? And you get to that part. When I read that, I was at one of those aha moments, like, oh, now that I got this recap, I really understand what I just read, because it goes over everything. So that's, to me, was another huge highlight, is that there's like a recap section of a smaller version of everything you just learned, and some links that were added. Aside of the videos, the scenarios, the knowledge checks that are amazing. And these courses were all developed for someone from beginning to advanced. Because on my team, I have tax experts that actually went and studied and did the courses themselves just to learn more. And they're advanced, and they said that even they had something they took away from these courses. So I can sit here and talk for an hour just about the highlights.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's great that you yourself took the course, and that it's good for both folks, inexperienced, experienced. Yeah, is there any other advice, or any advice that you would want to share with folks on the webinar today, thinking about enrolling and going through the course?
Yes, like I said, I paid for courses. So if everybody's paying attention to me, if you're thinking about it, don't think about it. It's free. Take advantage and get started. You have nothing to lose. There's so much to gain. And remember, knowledge is power. So even if nothing comes out of this, everything you just learned, it stays here. So it's a content. It's like reading an exciting book. You're gonna want to do more. So once you get started, give yourself some time. Get your mindset in a career path. Like, say, okay, I'm gonna do this. I want to change a career. Maybe, like I said, maybe you've been a stay-at-home parent. Maybe you're in college and you want to give it a try. Maybe you're military. I mean, whatever the situation may be, you got to set your mind for, like, okay, this might be a new career path for me. It's not easy. I'm not going to say it's easy, because it wasn't. It took a lot of discipline, dedication. It's going to take effort, but just, it's worth it. And I will give another advice, like, Livia, tonight, Thursdays, I go skating. Fridays, I like to be dancing somewhere. So I set goals. I set smart goals, and I make sure that on the days that I'm not going to, be able to study, I'm not going to write that on my calendar. So the most important thing is like do achievable goals. Give yourself at least a week to try it out. Don't start reading and say this isn't for me and walk away. Commit to at least a week. Write it down on paper, even if it's 30 minutes, because you only have 30 minutes. It's a 30-hour course, right? So 30 minutes here and there, give it a shot. This could be like become a path, a whole new career for someone who really dedicates their time. But the most part is like write it down on paper, say these days I'm gonna do 30 minutes. And once you get carried away, don't do too much, because it'll be too, just take your time working on it. But they're gonna love it. Just do it is what I'm gonna say. Get started.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great advice. Great tips, great advice. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing your experience with everyone. And yeah, hopefully you've inspired or motivated, folks to get on and go through the Intuit Academy. And if anyone has any questions, for Livia, or any follow-up questions, you can go ahead and put them in chat. I know she would be happy to respond to them. So now it is time to hear from Rebecca, our recruiter on the call, who is going to talk through the tax and bookkeeping roles that are, offered seasonally and year-round to graduates of the program. So over to you, Rebecca.
All right, thank you so much. And while I cover more information about our roles, Jessica, will you once again enter the enrollment link in the chat? I see a lot of requests for that.
Yes, I will go ahead and put that in. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so we have jobs on both the tax and bookkeeping side, which you could be considered for once you've passed your exam and depending on your experience level in the industry. These are all seasonal roles. I know a few of you have asked about that in the chat as well. And our start dates are in December, and then we end in April. We're open 7 days a week from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we ask for a minimum of 20 hours a week with 4-hour increments, including weekends. If you're hired, we do go through a 17 days remote training process for you to really set you up for success in your role. Okay, now here are our TurboTax Live roles available for our future tax season, given your experience level in the tax prep market and given you've completed the Intuit Academy courses. If you successfully earn your tax level 1 badge and complete the tax preparation program, we will waive the 2-year paid experience requirement needed to apply for our tax specialist role. For our tax specialist role, you must have your PTIN, be able to prepare federal and state 1040 returns, and have additional state requirements based on the state that you're residing in. And taking tax level 1 and 2 can help you stand out from the crowd, even if you do have experience for our next positions. Our tax associate position does require a minimum of 2 years of paid tax preparation experience with 30 or more returns per season. We also require a PTIN and those special state requirements. Lastly, our tax expert role requires an active certified public accountant, so CPA, enrolled agent, or practicing attorney. We do ask for a minimum of 2 years of paid tax experience for this role as well, and 30 or more returns plus a PTIN. Again, if you have less than 2 years of experience or none at all, you can qualify for our tax specialist role once you complete the tax level 1 and tax preparation program that I already spoke about earlier. Now, here are our bookkeeping roles given your qualifications met. Now, while taking and passing the bookkeeping exam doesn't guarantee you a job with us, it will also help you stand out for our roles here at Intuit. In terms of prerequisites, there are 3 requirements to be considered for this position. We require you to have a minimum of 1 year prior experience with working with QuickBooks Online. You must have an active QuickBooks Online certificate, and 1 to 3 years or more of bookkeeping and/or accounting experience. Some big bonuses on top of these requirements, which are great to have but not required, are a bachelor's degree in accounting or financing, active CPA or CPB, and then of course this bookkeeping badge from Intuit Academy. And here are our bookkeeping roles given your qualifications met. All right, now for this, passing the exam doesn't guarantee you a job, as I mentioned before. We do require QuickBooks Live for bookkeeping roles. This is our QuickBooks Online Pro Advisor certificate. The link is here, and I'm sure we could drop that link in the chat as well. It only takes 8 hours to complete, and it consists of 8 modules and 1 exam. Depending on your experience level, it can take a little bit longer.
I do want to thank you all, for joining us and spending time with us here. Thank you so much.